Hey. Bradley's smoking nice. So I put a split ring on it, you see that?
Grizzly Country Outdoors. Grizzly Country Outdoors. This is Grizzly Country Outdoors.
Yeah, this is of course follow up to my deer hunting video from November 2021. I've got a 270, I've got a 300 H&H, I've got a 30-06. I'm going to start with the 30-06, see if I can get a good accurate load. And I want to use the 180 grain bullet, so I got the punch in case I see a real big buck, you know. And if I get a good load with that, fine. If I don't, then I'll chase around with the 270 or with the 300 H&H. Been a couple of months since I've done a darn thing around here. The winter's dragged on. March 30, and today what I'm doing is I'm loading some 30-06. That's a 180 grain Hornady boat tail saw point, and I'm going to do 2 loads. IMR 4350, 56.5 grains IMR 4350, and I'm going to do 52.5 grains of Hodgdon's 4350, and those two are straight from the Nosler manual. I previously fired some loads, and from the Nosler data, it's like my rifle was the test barrel they used. I got virtually identical data using those Nosler loads as their data suggested with my rifle. Same velocity, it was nearly identical. So I'm going to trust that data, and I'm going to, of course, use the chronograph when I fire these, and we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to finish loading these guys. I just use a baby spoon for measuring out my powder. Exactly 1 grain, 1 kernel. Perfect. So when I put the powder in there, always double check, verify it. Perfect. So what do? We gotta put our label in there, baby. IMR 4350, 56.5 grains, 180 grain Hornady boat tail saw point. Here's the problem, eh? Some knucklehead loaded bullets and there's no info left on these. I'm almost certain that that is a 165 grain Hornady bow tail saw point, but I don't know. The only way I would know would be to extract the bullet and weigh it. Or weigh that bullet and then weigh the 180 that it just did. That's what I'm going to do here. I want to find out what these bullets are. So this is kind of a hokey thing that I'm doing, but what I did here, I put one of them on the scale, and it's 402.9 grains, the complete loaded bullet. Now that's everything, right? So the question now, I just want to see, because I know that this is a 180 grain bullet. I want to see what this weighs. Aha! Okay, so the bullets I just loaded, which I know to be 180 grain, 420, so it's 20 grains heavier. Whatever this is, it is definitely a 165 grain, basically. 20 grains less. Well, that's cool. I don't know precisely what it is, but I basically have proved that it's a 160 grain bullet. 165, sorry. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, so there we go. We got two different loads, 180 grain Hornady boat-tail supplement. Gotta go shoot these. Right there. Remington Model 700 30-06 3-9 Bushnell scope. Okay, I'm all set up here. I just fired the first round of the IMR 4350 and I got 2,800 feet per second, so that's it was estimated to shoot 2730. So I'm 70 feet per second high, but I guess we'll find out what the others are doing. $27.93. Well, that's nice. 7 feet per second difference. What are you shooting, mate?
308.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll go home quick.
Well, don't mind me. I'm only shooting 10 rounds total.
What gun is that?
It's a 30-06 Remington Model 700.
Nice.
$27.65.
Just a comment here. This young fella beside me, he's shooting a Ruger American 308. He's just shooting factory ammo, and his rifle isn't extracting the cartridges at all well. And he had one primer bulged out, which to me doesn't speak of high quality in that bolt. That's all I can tell you. But I kind of like Ruger, but I wasn't very impressed about this little rifle he was shooting.
I've fired 5 rounds with the IMR 4350. We got 2,800, 2793, 2765, 2775, and 2787. That's pretty consistent velocity. I'll have to go up and see the target, see what kind of accuracy we're getting here. But we got a young fellow over here shooting, so we're waiting for him. That's fine. The gun's got to cool anyway.
Those 5 rounds averaged 2784 feet per second, and as you can see, terrible accuracy.
I just go off of the load data sheets.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, I know it doesn't work the best, but
It doesn't work. I know, because that's what I did when I started hand loading, right?
Yeah.
You find out pretty quick it isn't accurate. Like, you can be out by a lot.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Really, depends on what cartridge you're shooting, but you'll never get real accuracy until you get a chronograph. It helps immensely. Which, by the way, the group that we just fired.
Well, that's not completely true. You could get lucky, but you'll never regret getting a chronograph.
Now, gonna shoot the Hodgdon's 4350. 52.5 grains. And these are supposed to do 25, 65 feet per second, so we're gonna find out. $24.47. Wow. $24.27. Well, that is a nice mild road. Holy smoke. I want to walk up and grab my tires.
Okay. Go ahead.
Here's my second target.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, but I only fired 3.
Those 5 shots averaged 24.36 feet per second. Yeah, promising.
This is way faster velocity. This is like 2,400 feet per second. That's the Hodgdon's 4350. They only averaged like 24-30 feet per second, maybe. That's the IMR 4350, and it would have averaged about 2770. Anytime you get a target like that, sometimes it's the shooter too, right? So I gotta play with this a bit more.
After the shooting, I went home and I loaded another 4 rounds and fired that group. And it averaged 25-33 feet per second and improving, getting promising for accuracy, as you see here. I've been banging away at the range for the last 2 days with the old 30-06 here. Trying to get that hunting load as well, but just looking at my targets here, I want to show you the progression. I loaded IMR 4350, and that's my 5-shot group there. Nothing to write home about. That group averaged about 2,700 feet per second, actually fairly warm for, but accuracy wasn't there. I got 8 pounds of Hodgdon's 4350, so really wanted to produce a load with it. So that's 52.5 grains of Hodgdon's 4350, and we got 3 bullets like right tight, but then 2 flyers, right? And that one there was only, it wasn't even 2,500 feet per second average. It was about 2,480 if I remember right. Let me see. Yeah, 2436 that group average. So that wasn't the best. So I bumped it up to 53.7 grains. At 53.7 grains, it averaged 2538, and like quite a spread on that group. Like, just not happening, right? So this morning, I decided, I looked at those 2 results and I decided I'm going to add a half a grain more. So I went up to 54.2 grains. Now there's a 5-shot group. Just a huge difference. There's half a grain of powder. The velocity on this was just so consistent, and right there, that's 2 bullet holes. That's a 5-shot group. That averaged 2589.6 feet per second. So I think I've got my hunting load for deer. Now the obvious thing is I need to repeat this. I might even bump that powder another couple grains. Not a couple grains, sorry. Like another. I might bump it to 54.5 or something, 54.7, just to see. But we sure got a starting point here. Really liking that. And yeah, that's a kind of your progression. Chasing accuracy, because accuracy is the most important thing. Muzzle velocity isn't the be-all end-all. The obvious thing, I mean, I'm sighted in perfect with this load as well, right? Basically an inch high at 100. The center of that group, I mean, there's 3 shots right there, right? So I'm gonna work on it a little bit more, and yeah, we'll see. If I get any better group, I will add that. Anyway, that's the result of 2 days of shooting at the gun range here in Whitecourt. Thanks for watching, my friends.